Foremost, let's talk about the news of the day. Of course, the Collegiate Invitational coming back to the Blessings, which I know is exciting. It was really a great event, despite the fact that you couldn't have any fans and that kind of stuff out there the first time around last year. But it's a different format too. Was that on purpose to kind of change it up and not just have all the SEC teams in here? What was the reasoning behind that?
Well, it was initially the way that we released it today. It was going to be, a school from each Power Five conference, but with obviously COVID hitting, we went to an all SEC schedule. So we kind of had to pivot and move in that direction. But really looking forward to, 2021 here at Blessings and being able to showcase and bring in schools from all over the country, and then to do it on TV. I mean, it's what a great way to kind of kickstart our fall season.
Yeah, if you're not an SEC school and you didn't qualify for nationals a couple years ago, you've never played here. And so this kind of opens the doors again to continuing to spotlight this golf course and what makes it so special for Fayetteville.
Blessings is an absolute championship golf course. It demands, thinking. It demands ball placement. Greens are fast and undulating. It really tests all facets of your game. And I love that, Mr. Tyson's created a place that really challenges us on a daily basis. And then to bring in, some of the best teams in the country to be able to see that challenge is awesome for Brad and our program.
So maybe the hardest part is waiting till October for you guys to be able to play. I mean, I know that's got to be tough, but also exciting to know that's on the horizon for your fall schedule.
It is. As we kind of wind down this season, it was definitely a highlight of the year thus far to being able to play at home, and then having that to look forward to in October. In the fall is something that we build our program around. It's writing and telling our recruits about hosting such an awesome event at our home course on television, and being able to showcase our community, our university, and our facilities is a home run for the men's program and our program.
Shifting to this season, kind of how would you sum things up? I know you guys just got done with the SECs, were able to make it to match play before you guys were eliminated, but I know it's been a little bit of an up and down season, and there's been a lot of adversity that started with COVID. And so how would you kind of describe how these past kind of 9 months have been?
Our team motto has been just win the day, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring with a pandemic on hand. But our team has done a fantastic job of being able to, be resilient, kind of change on the go, if you will. And yes, we've had some highlights. We've definitely learned a lot along the way, and we're ranked 12th in the nation. I can't complain. We're a young team. We've been competing with pretty much four freshmen and a junior in Brooke Matthews. So super young. They've learned a lot. They're getting better every week, and obviously excited about the end of the year coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I asked Kajal that question, and she said the thing that she's learned is, don't take anything for granted. What have you learned as their head coach through all of this, and what you've learned about your team?
I'm learning that flexibility is a necessity. I'm such a planner. I like structure in the way we practice and the way we do things. And, really just being able to be flexible and change when we need to. And, we've added COVID testing as a part of, just being able to do that, but also showing the girls that, you're going to have to learn how to adapt and adjust in life. And I think this has been a great living example of that.
What do you expect as you guys kind of head into the postseason, looking ahead to regionals, trying to make it back to nationals once again? Where do you see this team and kind of what you guys need to do to get ready for that postseason?
I definitely think we're starting to play some of our best golf collectively. I think we've had, some highlights, and obviously Brooke Matthews having some really good events. We've had a couple other really great individual performances, with some rounds of golf. But I felt like at SECs we started to see more of our group firing together, and I think that's what it's going to take. We can't do it with one person. It's a collective group effort to get through regionals and to advance the national championship. And once you get there, it's wide open. You got to put the gas pedal down and play your best golf and try and survive and advance, if you will.
I have a question for Jason. Wrote it down on a piece of paper for me. But you kind of look across the board at Arkansas, what the men and women's basketball teams were able to do, how baseball and softball are competing right now, even, tennis and gymnastics and indoor track. And you guys, I mean, the success on campus, just as a collective athletic department has to be exciting. What's it like, to see the success all around you outside of your program and inside the program?
I think two things. I think it says a lot about Hunter Yurchek as our leader. He's been absolutely positive and optimistic through this entire process, and providing support, even if it's just a text message to us, just saying, "Keep your head up, keep, putting your pedal down and getting through this, and we're here to support you." And then success breeds success, and I think everybody is motivated. I think we have an amazing group of coaches and support staff that are all in the same mission of being one Razorback and trying to help us accomplish our goals, in the classroom and the community on our playing field. So it's it takes a village, and we have an amazing village here at the University of Arkansas.
It's got to be fun too to have maybe except for maybe one or two programs the spring almost every program is ranked in the top 25, which is kind of fun, bring some bragging rights with it.
We have a head coaches meeting. They're like, women's golf 12 in the country, and you're like, man, that's like fourth or fifth down the list. So it's motivating. It's awesome to be able to be around such high achievers who have a passion for what they do, and leading young people. So it's definitely a great time to be a Razorback.
They really do a really good job of hosting this golf tournament with everything that they do. So I'm super excited.
This is, I think, the third time now that they've hosted a tournament collegiately outside of doing the nationals, and then this one for the second time. What's it like to be able to showcase this golf course and be able to kind of showcase Fayetteville and y'all's program and the men's program as well?
It's unbelievable. I mean, we're so lucky to have the facilities that we have, and to share it with other people is really special. A lot of people say it's hard, but they enjoy it. And yeah, I'm super excited again. And it's always nice to play at home. That was the first time that I've actually played in front of, you could say, a home crowd. And even though we didn't have that many supporters out because of COVID, you could feel it with all the volunteers and just like family, and it was really nice.
It sounds like this October, that's going to change. They'll be able to have some people and some spectators out there this upcoming October. So that's got to be something to look forward to.
It definitely is. Like even the little volunteers that we had, it was really nice. You hear a woo pig here and there, and it gets you going. To see everyone smile is really nice too.
Jordan?
Yeah, I'll jump in. Kajal, last year, especially in the third day, you did so well. I know when talking to Coach, she says, you guys do really well because you play this course all the time, but it is super difficult. What do you think you do well at the Blessings?
I think just because playing it over and over again during practice and qualifying really helps, like, where to miss it, and where a lot of the space is. But I think I've also just become really comfortable with it. I've taken that like mindset of that it's a really hard golf course out because we play it every day. So that helps a little. I think, yeah, just knowing where to hit it. And if you don't have your best stuff, where's the best place to miss it?
And Coach also mentioned just because you stayed here during the pandemic, you really improved your game. What do you think you do really well now that maybe you improved upon from last season?
I think, well, specifically at the Blessings, it was my course management. During the summer, I got to play out here a bunch. I played with Brooke and some of the boys, and it's just seeing how other people play this golf course and learning from them. I mean, people that have played this golf course many times before me. So I'd say it was course management.
What about playing with the guys that you did last year? It's kind of a cool format for a golf tournament. And then also what Alyssa mentioned, having teams come in that maybe you haven't seen before. What will that be like?
It's always fun to have the boys around. I think it's more of like a family, even more than what we have when it's just normal traveling. But playing other teams is always good. Seeing new competition and just to see where your game stacks up with different teams should be fun.
And then the national attention being on the Golf Channel and having kind of crews follow you around, and maybe former players who are now on the LPGA tour know about it. And I saw them tweeting about it today. How cool is that, just to have the attention?
It is so funny, like seeing the camera guys stand right behind you and run to your teammates when they're hitting the golf ball. But it was a really cool experience because I guess that's what it is in the future on the LPGA. So getting used to that. And it's always nice to see women's golf on TV.
And my last question, I'll turn it back over to Alyssa, is just Arkansas golf is kind of becoming this name, even though it has been for some time, and what Coach Shauna has done. When you came here, what did you know about Arkansas golf, and has it lived up to what you thought it would be?
Yeah, so I didn't take an official visit, so I kind of came blind into it. But while they were recruiting me, I think they were like number one, number two in the country, and they had just won, I think, 7 events in one season. And I was like, okay, I have to go there. I mean, look at them.
And has it been everything you hoped it would be?
Everything and more.
I want to kind of pick up there a little bit. I mean, you guys just finished SEC and you were able to make it to match play. Unfortunately, fell in match play, but we're able to make it and get through stroke play to qualify for that. But how has this season gone? I know it's just been kind of weird, you know, is the best way to put it. And then as you guys look to the future and hopefully, you know, get to a regionals and then try to get to the nationals again.
Yeah, we've had a couple ups and downs, but I think that as a team, we've gotten a lot more better and consistent. And like our confidence in each other, I think, has really increased. We've had a lot of fun. We've had a couple good finishes. We had that win at the Blessings, which was a really good one because, I mean, I had never been a part of a winning college team, so that was really fun. So I think we took really big strides from there. We're working really hard for postseason. I think we have 2.5 weeks now before we leave for regionals, so we've got to put in the work for that. And SECs was really fun, which is also like the first time we've played match play, or I have, because I didn't get my kind of freshman postseason. So it was really fun and we learned a lot.
What do you think with all the adversity that COVID has kind of brought to this team? I know last spring you guys didn't even really get to play a whole lot because COVID shut everything down. What's been the biggest lesson and the biggest thing you guys have learned through all this adversity as a team?
I think ours is being grateful for the little things. Every week, and I'd say every Tuesday, Thursday practice, we go around in a circle and say what we're grateful for. And you see how before COVID, you're really grateful for the little things. You know, you appreciate that our school is doing everything possible to keep us safe and healthy and the people around us too. And we really appreciate it.
Well, I'm all out. Jordan, you have anything else?
My just last thing is for the teams that maybe haven't been here, how would you describe the course? You mentioned it being difficult, but if you had to walk them through it, how would you describe it?
I'd say there's a view on every hole. It's really beautiful, very well kept. But it's kind of simple. Hit the fairway and hit the green is what I would say. Just take it in because it's such a beautiful golf course.
Do you have a favorite hole?
Uh, it used to be 8, hole number 8, the par 3, but I've kind of struggled on it since then. So maybe it's not my favorite anymore, but it's the most beautiful for me.